Glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash. I'm honored to the apostles and elders of Gmskingstonjamaica who will well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom. You know, and we're the prophets of Yahweh, which is the name of the true God, the one true God, the Almighty power, who is the God of Israel. Right? The world ignorantly calls Jehovah. Through his only begotten son Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, right? And I want to know that you you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know, pretty much over here in the West, in the Americas, is where we have been predominantly scattered. But as per the curses of Deuteronomy 28th chapter, we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and will be gathered within the last days to the grace of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, right, unto salvation, right? And why again, Ezekiel will say, then shall they know that a prophet has been. Because, you know, us being the messengers of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, we always said the apostles have been out, meaning, you know, start from Apostle Tar and down. They have had elders who taught them, right? You have the whole 2000 prophecy escapade, if you want to call it that, lack of a better term. You know, that whole era where a lot of men fell off, and then, you know, over the years the apostles them still push, and they have various camps that were out there. But guess what? Speaking specifically for the doctrine of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, which is preached through James and those who preach like doctrine, prophecies have always been the forefront. The warnings have always been given. And guess what? Especially out here with Benjamin, you so-called Jamaicans, right? We've warned about one of the biggest traps, even since the big C, which is what? Agenda 2030. I know, but I'll get to the scripture and then we'll continue. Go on.
This is Ezekiel 33 verse 30. It says, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people are still talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses. In the door of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what the word of the Lord, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear my words, but they will not do them.
Yeah, over the years, you know, whether it's the apostles, you know, whether it's various men in various camps, or various camps on a whole, and even we will go out on a limb and say, even to those who don't have the 100% truth, you know, and those who preach Yahweh Shai in contention, you know, even going out to that length, the identity has been pushed, right? Speaking specifically to James, the head name of the Heavenly Father, name of his only begotten Son, and the prophecies, and how it tie in, and within this modern time we show how it pile up. You know, over time we watch how it build. You know what? Yeah. The other day we talked about it. You know, in 2011, when me just come to Canada, 2011, we used to have this Gleaner article where the brother awarded from the Portland camp. They print out everywhere we go. We used to have that paper talking about what? The NIDS and how the whole biometrics aspect of it. And we also talk about Agenda 20, Agenda 2030. No, before that, what was it? Agenda 2021, and the whole depopulation and economic control. You know, things regarding even where Bill Gates have held come out and say regarding, you know, jukes and all type of thing, and how you would get the CO2 down, the carbon emission down, and all these things. Those things have always been put out. And over the years they rebrand it and repackage it to the point where it's now considered what? Vision 2030 sustainable UN Sustainable Development Goals. Right? And we will show how it ties with the Big C and all of the frameworks. And a lot of people say, yeah man, a real talk man, and yo no, I said the real thing, and you know, you have others scarf and others come out them way, but guess what? At the end of the day, the warning was given. Right? The prophets have been out there, I would say, can go as far back, out here in Jamaica, as far back as what? 2008 when they start up? 2010. When the brothers them just start. Right? The apostles and various other brothers and various other camps even before that. Right? Go on.
It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear my words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Yeah, because guess what? That was always, yeah, we said almost every week. Jake would say, oh, a real thing you talk, and you know, say the real thing and push on, but guess what? Before me can really devote myself and really lock in for one and say, I want to go do this for sir, I want to go do that for sir. You know, the something regarding the flesh and this current life is the top priority, and then if them find some time or when them find some time, them come decide, but guess what? In them pursuing those things, them not gonna ever have time. Because the flesh, you cannot please it. And the more you feed it.
One more thing.
Yeah, they always another thing, yo. It's just like they always tell us, somebody will say, yo, you know, I just want to save up to reach $1 million. And then we get the million, I say, yo, I just want to save up to reach 1.5. And then 2. And then say, no man, we done that word, we can't carry that. Yeah, next thing you know, you just have all this money. And what? Y'all figure out what the original goal, because it is so fleeting. Right? And guess what? Because of that, the Most High words, they don't take heed to it. What?
It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that had a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but do them not.
What?
And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come.
And that is part of what even we are sick with this recent hit with Melissa. Right, Hurricane Melissa. You can see it, say, we warn of these things. But guess what? Even when we used to talk about the whole weather modification and the big earthquake of Haiti and the various technologies were involved in that, and other things that we see over the years, cloud seeding and all these things, nobody now gonna feel like say, yo, all them are push Agenda 2030, I go come through, well, I may get this man. They now think it'll come through Agenda 2030 or come through the weather modification. Them now read as that, because guess what? It's gonna be loony, it's gonna be far-fetched, and it's a natural disaster.
Yeah, because like how long now we've been at teach about geoengineering? How long we've been at teach about cloud seeding? Cloud seeding are from a lot, like we've been at teach about
chemtrails.
Chemtrails, we've been at talk about chemtrails when nobody never had pay attention to it and was looked at as a conspiracy theorist. That's what them look on we as. We talk about AI much years ago.
Ubiquitous computing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And all those things.
When we were talking about AI, we did look on like say, oh, like what we are talking about, them thing there, my movie, them thing there. That's all we did get look on. Like I just movie we are see them thing there. You know what I mean? I know everybody and their grandmother talk about AI.
But this, you more get to me. Never trust thine enemy. Sirach 10. Yep. Because guess what? Because the reason why them things that them prophecy here far-fetched, because them don't understand. So the most I make a whip or the most I make a sword, it go fulfill its intended purpose. And guess what? If you didn't understand the enemy, you would really say, oh, them things are far-fetched. Because them man do a diligent search in all things. Some things you would have never believed. Some experiment you see them run for lab rat or even as low as cockroach. And guess what they say? Oh, we can apply this in our model we fit human society. Or them design it like human society and see how the insect or the animal them react and say, alright, can we do a test run? And them do the test run. And I say, oh, so that works. That means that we can modify the behavior. We can lead them down there. And guess what? We can even control the elements of the environment, even down to the weather. But nobody now really thinks that's possible because how? One?
This is Sirach 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go coaching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass.
Yeah, because you know, even the taxi I take today, because it is a taxi woman. You know what she said?
By far.
And look how we did set up and like it. Just because US has said humanitarian aid, but I don't understand saying that things like this now are only power. Human trafficking, organ harvesting, the borders them the border weak, so them can bring in people to scout out land grab for corporations. Diseases come in, even social engineering and the mindset ensure say you do certain things when you give out the food for watch the behavior. You don't understand, say, yo, some sick people are coming and say, no.
Even Venezuela get here, you know. You see me, that is a political move, that, you know, because right now, Jamaica now want to choose between the US and Venezuela.
Right.
And Venezuela was one of the first to show out aid. Because Trump said, we are going to, you know, Venezuela. And I said, we're going to them to show out the aid. You see me?
Hey, Maduro do that in vain. Because Andrew have a side with West, with America, always.
No, but look for it. Right?
But things, you know, if you do that, you know, remember say Jamaica do that already, you know, and they fuck them up and they fuck you up, you know, because our oil deal we have with Venezuela, you know, you see me? And they fuck you up and we have to beg to get it back, you know. You see me? So Jamaica, be careful.
But look what them saying, right after them say we have about 2 weeks worth of oil, right? 2 to 3 weeks worth of oil.
Usually that they must do.
Yeah, but
So I'm so we good. Usually that they can't store more than that.
yeah, but well, and the fact say, yo, you can't store more than that, you know. We're not what the level of logistics so we have now.
Oh, well,
And we now in crisis, so and I like say, yo, them have got this oil flow like a regular basic. It consume more than regular right now because okay. But the thing about it is the borders are weak. Hey, even recently watch a documentary on Puerto Rico. And in a few of them show how the US get control of Puerto Rico, and guess what the main thing what did happen? There was a major hurricane that hit them. When them never when them go down there, when FEMA go down there, them hold things them. And then the tech billionaires and the tech founders them go down there and start buying the people them land and start live like king in the people them place. And then them start buy out the locals them farms so till a man will own a farm, start work for the man will buy him farm and I get paid little or nothing. And then when them start riot, them send in troops to start shoot them down and put in control opposition of them own people. Right? So the thing about it is the reason why them scream conspiracy theorists, the reason why them can't understand that the prophecies are of the scriptures is because they don't know their enemies, yo. And guess what? If them there listen to the prophets and they take heed, then them would know them enemy. Right? But finish up this and then we can go to here.
So back in Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 33, it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
Yeah. And guess what? We've been talking about these things, as we say, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem. The Lord has given us the understanding over the years to come and warn his people. And that's all we come out here come do. Come warn and we can say, oh, thus said the Lord. We go and do the research. Okay, we bring out the articles, we point on the infrastructure and the things. We have built up around and I say, look, it'll lead to this prophecy. Because according to the prophecy, these are the things that are supposed to happen. And when I see the season or time frame of these things happening, know that say, yo, this is what it signifies, this is what it means. But guess what? The people are going to mock, people are going to scoff, and then guess what? On top of it, them not understand say, oh, it's the Lord also putting belt to us. But you better say my precept, we can bring it up before we can go on.
Ezekiel chapter 12 verse 21. It says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth.
Hey, when we talk about famine, you know what them always say? Well, hold on. Well, lady Yamil there, and she more want to see, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
No, man, more want to see her, man, because more want to say, if she not a yam, she can't go down the road. I just want to know. Because, see, the parish we get, one of the parish we get hit significant, the most significant is what? The bread basket. But farming is a way of life. Literally. Clarendon also. That's what them big. Farming, the farming parishes them. But farming is literally a way of life. When I talk about farming competitions, when I talk about breakthrough in a different variations of vegetables and fruits, and when I talk about food security and poultry and everything there. When man all buy a goat and everything there, where them go? Clarendon.
Senti.
And Senti.
Yeah,
When they have a coronation market a week time to pull up, where the truck them a come from? Clarendon. Say because them the closer to Kingston. Not to say them come from other places.
Trelawney. Because Trelawney is yam country.
With the red dirt.
Yeah. So the parishes them get it. Which you mentioned one of them key parish there, which is a bread basket for Jamaica. Them parishes are responsible for supply food throughout the whole Jamaica.
Alright.
So what like how those parishes get it, whole Jamaica go feel it.
Yeah, but them say that's what I'm saying. When we talk about famine, it's just like the scripture say. It's not going to say the vision fail it, because guess what? When we talk about famine, to them famine far-fetched. But you go down there recently.
Yeah, and things like this can
famine.
lead to famine.
Them say them hungry. You can't tell them say them not experiencing famine.
Yep.
Because the food and the resources is not there like that.
And
So really and truly them in our famished state.
And it start in the market where they used to bring the goods come. It's one of the biggest markets in the Jamaica, Coronation Market. Right now they are price gouging. Right now in a Coronation Market, prices already gone way up. You know, we used to pay like $200 for a pound of scallion, and now $1,000. Now $1,800 to $1,000.
Because a St. Elizabeth scallion
St. Elizabeth scallion grow. St. Elizabeth, which is the bread basket again, as we mentioned.
Hey,
yam a $500 a pound.
Well, I know, look on Walmart Berry. We used to could get like a banana for like 2 bills. In a barrel, how much banana go up to? 8 bills and grand.
Banana, I go lick now, man.
The ripe banana, there's no ripe banana in the market. Right now, there's no ripe banana.
No ripe banana,
Yeah.
plant.
No right banana, no banana.
So, yeah, what got man, this recent, because a couple of days now, since the storm blew off,
Not even a week.
it's not even a week, and you already have you already have a level of scarcity. So the level of scarcity there are gonna cause what? Inflation.
Yep.
When you have inflation, which is a high rise in the prices, you're gonna have people who can not afford food. You know what I mean? You're gonna have people, there is no food to afford.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Right, and guess what? Going back to them, the vision feel it to them. They must say, oh, it's blessed because you see, in a leak everywhere as how it did become. But guess what? We still get licked. Bells still get put to us. And guess what? Even if you don't get it severely, it means you don't get the first part of the leak. Because guess what? It's all got to trickle down down to the regular man. Because as I said, that happened. You can't get, you got a town right now, forget scallion. Yeah, look for 8 bills to a grand.
Yo.
It already start. People, when I see the gas line them, I tell you, say, even if they're in town and can't get, don't come on mobile, say, I'll come look at gas. It means, say, yo, when you come out to even, just the highway them alone open, you have a lot of places still impossible, and guess what? The amount of vehicles will get destroyed from down the side, it's even hard to carry things from up the side of down, and back the side hard to carry things go because you can only go to a certain point. But guess what? When we out here talk about famine, them things say famine is just something where it's hard to happen.
Civil unrest. Civil unrest is something more difficult.
Yeah.
You see me? And just like that, it nearly sparked just now.
Alright, this is Ezekiel 5 and finish that.
Okay. So back in Ezekiel 12 verse 21, it says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel? Saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth. Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision."
And guess what? Hey, may I see it? But I will say, oh, the brother go down there and him see it firsthand. People shame you. Them shame, they not even want you to put your camera upon them. If you see the level of desperation and them, you know, they don't want to see how destitute they really are. And guess what? And the most I do that, yo, the most I show them, say, look here, you need to build, because guess what? The next thing as well, we saw it, and them same people here like the Guzo, and them same people here like the whole scamming, right? And them same people here support the murder and the music. You see me? And them love the TikTok with the bugger, degeneracy. You have man go on live and talk about say, oh, he back in fist. When he come in here and I see mother have sex and all that, I see everybody has kiki and I skin off them teeth like say, oh, them thing there. And something we laugh about.
Like I said, that more, we know something important. Luke 13 and verse 1, they were present at the season, some that told him of the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. And Yahushua answered, said unto them, suppose ye that these Galileans were sinners above all Galileans because they suffered such things? I tell you, nay, but except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish. Are those 18 upon whom the tower in Siloam fell and slew them? Think ye that they were sinners above all men that dwell in Jerusalem? I tell you, nay, but except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish.
Yeah.
You see, because all people said about Haiti in 2010.
Yep.
You see me, when the earthquake licked Haiti, and them said about Tivoli too. You see me, when in the same 2010, when the Tivoli incursion go on, and as you say right now, you have people that said about Mobile. You see me, I say, yo, them deserve it because of one bag of things that them do. But the scripture say, just because hey, me I go speak this wholeheartedly, are the men of the Lord make the eastern Jamaica get spared from the hurricane, yo.
Yeah,
and none of them wickedness,
yeah.
and none of them righteousness. Are the men of the Lord make them get spared, yo.
Yeah, we both listen that.
Yeah.
You know, without any doubt.
Yeah.
You know, because we see here the Most High, you know what I mean, preserve, you know, places like, you know, Kingston and, you know, Portland. Yeah, because guess what? Akim is there. Akim, the prophets. The prophets are located in these areas, man.
Hey,
so enough of these parishes don't get touched because of that.
And when we look on it, we realize if it didn't get touched, it's rough.
Yeah.
Yep. Probably brothers, some brothers would have probably been homeless, you know.
So the Lord want to make sure say your prophets have what they need to go out and do the work. But people are getting in the wrong mindset that them blessed. You have one thing where you come out now and say Portland blessed. You see me, because them think that I like Portland and Ray, but Portland is the most blessed part in Jamaica. You see me? Except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish. Yo. The time will come when the Lord will remove him elect and just dust out everybody. Yo.
No, but and this is just a touch up.
Yeah. You know what come to mind? What come to mind? Salakia, what come to mind is Sodom and Gomorrah. When the Lord go to Abraham and say, yo, I'm going to fuck up everything over there. So now Abraham say, yo, if 50 man in there, I go spare it. And he go down to what, 10. That is why Kingston gets spared, Poland gets spared, because there are righteous men here who are righteous because of Yahushua's sacrifice, not because of anything what we do. You see me? But there are men of the Lord in these parishes. This is why them get spared. Just because of that, like what the Lord said to Abraham, if there are righteous men there, fine, I will spare it. You see me? But the time will come when the Lord are going to say, come up either, and him are going to just show down the judgment. And again, Revelation come to mind to where we say, oh, who will but the winds? Until what? The servants of the Lord are sealed. Certain judgment just get held back because the elect don't get delivered yet, yo. But the moment the Lord take up in men, yo, it's going to be unleashed, yo.
Yep.
And guess what? It's a warm-up. It's a warm-up because I would say, yo, the real effects of what take place now start trickle along in the society, you know. The same man where I say, yo, them bless and because them this and them that make where them they not get touched and because them wicked. Everybody will get touched. Everybody will get touched. Because guess what? As we say, the food prices, that is them getting touched. Certain luxuries not start thin out yet, you know. Because it's still fresh, it's not even a week. But guess what? Over time, and guess what? When there are people in desperate situations, them don't really think normal. So all them down there in the ear say, yo, you have places where don't get touched. And them if down there suffer, them will find them way, they can get what them can get, and even go back down there. What?
So, so this is Isaiah 65 verse 8. Thus said the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one say, destroy it not, for your blessing is in it. So will I do for my servants' sakes, that I may not destroy them all.
Yep. Yeah,
just because of blessing in it.
Yeah. The Lord literally put him on over here. See me? What?
But as you say now, the second is just 9 days, and let, you know, let my grape be kept, but what? All them that were made to born in vain, you're going to just take them out, yo.
This is Ezekiel 13, verse 13 and 14. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will even rend it with a stormy wind in my fury, and there shall be an overflowing shower in mine anger, and great hailstone in my fury to consume it.
And on top of that, over the years, we the prophets, you know warn them as well. Over the years and the hurricane them come and a pass, you see it get closer and closer. And every year you see it get closer and it get more deadly. And we say each year the people are taking it for granted and say, oh, we're blessed, we're blessed, we're blessed, we're blessed, we're blessed. Them now listen, they now realize say, oh, we the prophets tell them say, look here. The most are going to chance over and over again because but guess what, they really get the hit. It's going to be something when sit the hell down. Again, what I see now, I see videos with people in a bush. I sing, all of a sudden Christianity come back in a full swing, you know. People say, all the men, them, all the young men, them, they and them are here when all who feel turn to God. No, remember God. But they see me early, exactly.
Too late.
So no, oh yeah man, God this, God that, but guess what? We now work with the prophets them and say, oh love, because the Most have been putting words out there. The Lord been put and we've been and said here, we say, look here. And we've also want to say, we can't wait. Because tell you the truth, over the years, Benjamin I get real disgusting, yo.
Alright. Quick one. This is Jeremiah 7 verse 25. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, unto this day I have even sent unto you all my servants the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their neck. They did worse than their fathers.
Yep. That's why we come out and we say, oh, yeah, certain music up here sing. Oh yeah, Lord, the artists, them are the bad man and all the money with this. Everything we run with, everything like this. You know? The first did it start, go they start joke about the obia. Till the obia come in. They realize they start have the Batman joke them. You know, so-called Batman joke. Oh yeah, Batman and joke are the sentence. You know, and then I see the lewdness start get more and more and more. And when Esau give them the TikTok, you know, I start give them the money back at the madness, you know. We see Jake Benjamin just get off the rails. And over the years it'll get worse, yo. Tell her, you say, make shame rate again. But guess what? Now them shame because they say, when people have camera on them, they don't want the camera up on them. Because they now want very destitute and low place. And that the most I show Jake, so look here, as a nation or as a tribe, we need to humble you. One.
Another one. This is Ezekiel 14, verse 13. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and I will break the staff of bread thereof, and I will send famine upon it, and I will cut off man and beast from it. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were sent in it, they should not deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord power.
Yeah.
To represent the prophets. You know?
The time I come when the Lord say, I'm going to deliver them man the soul, and the rest in us are going to touch up.
Yep.
You see me? Ezekiel 9.
Done.
Alright, so Ezekiel, back in Ezekiel chapter 9, Ezekiel 9 verse 1, he said, he cried also in my ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand.
Yeah, and those that were given charge over the cities are angels. Yeah, the Most High give them a mandate, so you go destroy the city. And it I tell you, there's no partiality for the people in terms of whether you're old or you're young. You only get exempt because of righteousness. Right? Go ahead.
It says, he cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand.
Yeah, the angels have slaughter weapon, you know, and the Most High send them for the wicked. Bear in mind that even when the storm blew, that was a sanction from the Most High. It was spirits that was behind that. The Most High sent spirits to blow the storm there.
Whether that spirit to put on a man to do it, or whether you want to put it as a so-called natural disaster.
I see him the Most High.
Either way you put it at the Most High.
Right, and that's one of the problem with our people. Them not acknowledge or fear the Most High for the destruction or even what the storm cause. You know, them deify the storm, but them not give credence or give glory or praise to the man who create the storm. The entity or the being who create the storm, because the Most High is the one who create the storm. There is no storm will blow where not from the Most High. And him send it for the destruction of the wicked. But you now go acknowledge, say, yo, the Most High send storms, earthquake, and different diverse destruction for destroy who? The wicked.
Because my God wouldn't do that.
Yeah? So when you not think or thought, say your God wouldn't do that. That's your God.
Right.
The God of the Bible sends storms with destruction, man.
When we that time I know.
Exactly.
Come on,
You know?
that's one of the most famous story where you learn at Bible school.
Right.
So which God do that then? Why would we do it now?
This is Zephaniah 3 verse 5. The just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust know it no shame.
Yeah, them don't know no shame. But they are only shame when them in a destitute position. You know why? Because you go back to self. You know, you go back to self. Them only shame because them dep on the low. Them have it down in one hole and catch water. You know? And when the camera now gets shine upon them shame you. Them don't want you video them at that moment. You know? But them want you video them saying the most disgusting things on camera. But when them up on the low, them don't want the camera shine. But that's how the most side of things. In Salakia. Isaiah 2 and 12. Make that quickly, man. You can get on. See me, Isaiah 2 and 12.
This is Isaiah chapter 2 verse 12. It says, to deliver thee from the way of the evil.
Start about
Yeah. All right. Isaiah 2 verse 10. When wisdom entered into thine heart and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Okay, I'm finished it today. To deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things.
Yeah, and guess what? That the scriptures, you know, give it that. Right? The scriptures actually give us that, yo.
Yeah, continue reading that.
Alright, so Isaiah 2, verse. Yeah. Alright, let's start up verse. Alright,
Yeah, man. Isaiah, are you sure Isaiah 2 and 12 you read?
No. I have Isaiah 2 and 12, no. Forgive me. Ezekiel 2 and 12 there. Alright, yeah. So it says Isaiah chapter 2, verse 12. Let's start at 10. Enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for the fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down.
Hey, when you see how the southwestern end of Jamaica get destroyed, you know, when you actually go down there, you know, you have to wonder, like, you know, where is the pride? You know, after them behave and display, you know what I mean, a certain behavior of pride on camera, you have to wonder, where is it now?
And only for the camera alone in the act.
Off camera.
You have to remember, say, in the comment section.
Comment section, man.
Really show them how to really, when them things are up, you know.
Yep.
And then cut and go viral and you see the gigi and the justification of them lewdness and all of the abominable things. Where I get displayed, you know.
Yeah, when them scam and get money, them kill each other for it. Now them can't scam. Now them can't do all of the folly where them did done in a Mobi, Chilani, and over did I do. Yeah?
And it is now we can't money real and truly. So when I look down there and see, even if you have money, it not gonna help you. Because not there to buy. Not there to buy.
Everywhere closed down, no electricity, no water. You know, the most I did a humbling, but we continue reading.
It says the lofty looks of man shall be humble.
Yeah, the proud look of man shall be humble, man. Go ahead.
And the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down.
Yeah.
And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Yeah, and when that happen, you know what I mean, when the ultimate, you know, day of judgment comes. Because right now, even though that kind of destruction happen in Montego Bay, like St. James, Chilani, you know, the western side, even though that destruction happen, you still see a level of pride from people.
Especially those who don't get affected
as much. And even them who get affected, still have pride upon them.
In the Revelation, it tell about them, even though them get the plagues, them still not repent.
Them still not repent.
Blaspheme the God of heaven.
Because I can't bet you any money, you can't bring the Most High to them. You can't go down there and tell them, boy, you have a bash in your shot. Them don't want to hear that. Them go and tell you say you have food them want and them want assistance. Them want to tell you straight, say that can't help them now. Me not ask you for that, them want to tell you. Them going to tell you, say that can't help them now. It can't bring back them roof, it can't bring back them car for start, and it can't bring food to them mouth. So them not go acknowledge Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's why the most I have to go make a...
I have go as far as say, oh, it's a humbling for you, so it's a punishment for you humbling yourself.
Them will kill you. Yeah, precept. Them will knock you.
So this is 2nd Esdras 16, going to the point as the act said. So it said, behold, famine and plague and tribulation.
You never read the verse.
Eh?
16
2nd Esdras 16 verse 18.
Alright, go on.
No, 19, Mr. Salakia. Behold, famine and plagues and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Famine and plague and are sent
and tribulation,
anguish, which
and
is
scourges.
Anguish go back to pain, and it means severe pain. Are sent as what? Scourges. A scourge is a whip.
We have mental anguish as well.
Right, you have mental anguish, which you're gonna realize say a lot of people are gonna suffer from that. Even at this moment down in the western side. Because there is no water to get rid of the stench that come into that that was entered into their houses. There's no water. We never talk about electricity. There's no water to get rid of the stench. We enter into them houses down in Mobile. And different parts in different parishes. Go ahead. So it is sent, so like it is sent as what? A whip, a beating stick to change your ways. Amendment means to change.
So more videos that come out and them say, what we are going to do with the body then?
Yeah, because if the bodies are not removed, right, and get stored properly, you're going to have plagues, you're going to have breakouts, man. You're going to have pestilence, man. And even the mud will enter into a lot of people's houses, man. The mud, you can smell it, that it was mixed with sewage water. You know, and if that not get rid of at a certain point, you might have sickness. You might have cholera outbreak. You know, but that's for you to acknowledge, to see them thing, you acknowledge what the power and fear the Most High. And you can't fear him if you don't know his name. You know, to give glory to him, you know what I mean?
We're not even talking about the elderly, we're not talking about children, and we're not talking about infants yet.
Everybody.
In the same. And guess what? You see, them live up a woman where was a water broke. And a police station then carry her go. Usually hospital they carry pregnant, them carry her go. If you say, oh, it's dire, them have to carry her go to a police station, brother.
But some hospital them down them side they get tear down.
Yeah, but we know, but when I say, oh, it's a dire where we have a medical emergency and it's a police station.
One to them that give suck in those days.
Right.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Yeah, them not mindful of the whip. Them not mindful of the beating. You know, them just, you know, take it on them curse. You know, them curse the situation, them curse whoever what them believe to give them hate. Like this woman, she was on the Fox News, saying that right now she tired of this. I mean, like a day after the storm, you know. She of course I say she tired of this and she need help. And she alone get affected by the storm based on how she behave. So everybody know, if you just chop with them and do and just go help she.
And on the next side, you have the self-righteous, prideful shits. Don't get affected and, oh, make sure someone out donate and we share the link and we send the money and, oh, look at me at Price Smart. And all of the corporations, them. You can, yeah, we are help, we link with this association and that association. We get discounts and this are, we channel the age through this and channel the age through that.
I know the amount of money where they are Jamaica, you see me? Them should have aid from a long time, you see me? Price Smart or whatever, Grace, and then which is a staple in the community, Grace and Alaska, them should have sent trucks go down there.
People live on Grace and Alaska.
And then
them should have sent trucks go down there.
You have the diaspora, where they are foreign now, I said this and that. And then they have the whole issue with the tourists them. So everything Esau try to find a script to put it up. The tourists them when you complain say, yo, the staff them never get them it's a shit show, yo. And that's the whole pride and the whole mindset throughout all light with excluding the most out of the picture altogether. Then I realize, yo, that was always the problem with Jake.
Always.
That's why even the Lord of the Lord say, it's my hand short that I cannot save, and that's why the brother say. So if you go down there and say, look here, and the Lord do this because of punishment, but go humble and call upon him, and if you do it with faith, everything come back. Hey.
Right now in a Black River, with the police, the local law enforcement, I said, if you don't have to come into Black River, don't come into Black River.
All right.
You know what I mean? That's the state of Black River right now. food trucks where I get delivered into Black River or even parts of St. Elizabeth. I get looted. You know what I mean? For food and water. Huh? Well, I see, but at point, as on the brother point, if it's that
the BBC report and read that they have to do them have to go down there with military. Soldier and police. No, they already do it.
already do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have to do that because people they are loot, as you said. So they have to bring the military in and something and police force.
And then you have bandits and renegades. And the next thing too is that knowing Esau, because further destabilization, you have all the guns and things are coming into play. We just have so happen to just drop it at some people and we're going to determine so them have a control an area or control some resources. And then you're going to have this narrative back at it and that, like, brother, people don't understand the depths of the enemy, yo, and what him going to do to bring forth his agenda, yo. The scripture says he know that he can get that from it too, that he know that but he had out a short time, yo. And guess what? The Jamaican government, to how Andrew talk from what they talk about the fourth industrial revolution and being on board with the digital plan, it's like him them say, look here, we're going to use your country as the pilot. But in order for that to happen, we have to try to get it to a space so we can start from ground zero with a few things.
So we did have some other precepts where you asked the Revelation 12 and 12. I want that now first. Alright. So this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, rejoice, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Exactly. Look here. So with the projection and the growth in technology from 2015 to 2025, it's an exponential growth. When we watch a documentary one time, I sure say how the more technology improves, say if it take 10 years to do something, if it double that or exceed it, it's going to take you 5. And then if it double and exceeds that 5, then it's going to take you 2. Because it just, the compound effect does happen more and more, so it roll out quicker and quicker, and just get more refined and more refined to do whatever whatever plans they have to do with it.
Yeah, and according to even the Hegelian dialectic strategy, or would I say our philosophy, is that certain crises fast track certain things.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because certain crises speed up.
Catalyst.
Yeah, like a catalyst. You know what I mean? It just speed up certain things.
I ain't up funny enough. What we ask so long? Because we see in a recent times we see Britain with them character roll out. We see India with them. We see the various countries them. All of a sudden them are push digital ID and CBDCs like heavy. And we see the revamp and needs to come back in our news. And we are saying, oh, this is a big nose, man, I'm going to sell this to the people. Because really and truly, the people now going to really take it. So what going to really be the thing for really, when I tell them, so if you make them can just clutch, what we always say, if you want Jake to comply, take what they want. They take what they food. Anything you want Jake to comply with, they straighten them belly. And that's exactly when, but the way how him do it, you can't really blame him because when he might say, so what? When I go say, I'm even this stuff. And that's a big argument. And it just a bit like, even if you want to point it out or them want a conspiracy theory or whatever, the argument now going to bear, whether or not you want to prove it, yes or no, the argument now going to bear enough fruit within the space of things. It will be, yo, you work with it or you not work with it. You want the food or you don't want the food. If you want the food, that's how we are dealing with all people who get it. You want to work with it or you not going to work with it. How it will go? Yeah, that thing say in a big sea if it's true. And when them go up by people them place that talk about the juke. And them say, yo, a years now we don't have water. What about the water? Say if you want water, take the job. Literally said that. Please, sir.
So I have 2, 3. Isaiah 9, verse 13. It says, "For the people turn it not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek the Lord of hosts. Therefore the Lord will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day."
In one day.
Hey, I guess what? Hey, when I first video them watch me, somebody say, you see right now, I'm not rich nor poor, everybody homeless. Because one thing with especially the West End, especially the Northwest, a whole heap of tourists and them think tourism run the sector there. So you have a lot of big investments and quote unquote money people. But even them lose out, because I would say when I talk about property damage, when I talk about vehicles, when I talk about infrastructure, when I talk about roads, landslides, when I talk about lack of water, nobody know the water, nobody know the light. It does not matter. Even if you're outstanding, everything that where they road you, I prevent everything to reach to you.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, yo, everybody up on the same level, yo.
Yeah, whether you're rich or you're poor, you can't go buy no gas.
Yeah.
Everybody have to go with them jug, right? For go join the line and fight to get gas.
Not only that, as I say, yo, everybody else flood out with the mud. So guess what? The rich want food just like the poor.
Yep.
Because guess what? Even if them need store up food, when the water recede and pull out everything out of that, there's somewhere down the place over one part. God.
Yeah, or even if you still have it, to get affected.
Yeah, bro.
Because it's no longer sanitary now for you consume. You know what I mean? Because that sewage water they touch any food, you don't want to consume that. That might give you some form of illness, man.
And guess what? Even the rich in a normal times that would have beneath them, the Lord will show you, say, look here, anything we say are beneath you, we can get to it.
Them have like all 3 car park up in them parking. All of the engine flow out with water. Car them can't move. See me, there's no fuel at the gas station. See me, because the fuel mixed with water. Because a lot of the gas them stored underground. See me, so everything gets water.
It says, "The ancient and the honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of this people cause them to err."
And guess what? In another way as well, we see even the skirt of the Jamaican government I get lift up as well. Because people, I tell the world, them say, look here, if we carry the money, we're going to give them, we're not seeing no out of that. You see me and people say, oh, like, if the government not corrupt, but them leave it election after election. Yeah, we said all the time, look here, we're not living in a perfect world, but if the government them really there spend the money, or the money really to spend in the country is actually better off. By far, but guess what? Yeah, thieves, yo. And the scripture tells us them drink the blood of my people and eat the flesh of my people, yo. So the people them skeptical of even all this aid and money we are come through. Them know say out 10 chances to 1, and crumbs out of that them again. Because it got tie up in some legalities and so one make a circumvention and you know.
Then we actually give them still.
Yeah, then we give them, but guess what? It have to arc it straight when them get them cut out time.
Yeah, we give them because at the end of the day, remember there's also a show.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where them have to put on a show. You know what I mean? And for sure say you're right, them do something. Because even in a burial, you have people who actually on them private or personal means put together things to give out. And the government take it over like them do it. You know what I mean? Because they want to show say them do something. You know?
The people them down there, I beg the government, please,
Not
all of
alone.
the aid them will come from foreign, please don't take no.
And them would be wicked to take any.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
but
Because-
it's a reflection. It a show say yo. All of them here say them take the people and to eat it. It shows say yo. When it go real belly up the real way, people are gonna remember say yo. Remember say them money we deal with this so over the years. Remember say the money we deal with this so over the years. I run things. So guess what? We probably need to go, we probably need to go circle them and see what I want. What?
It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Yeah.
Another quick one. Isaiah 1 verse 23. Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and followeth after rewards.
And guess what? That's why when them ask, remember which minister or which ambassador or which representative, they ask them say, oh, why they never walk out when the small hats, when everybody walk out when the small hats them are UN, why Jamaica did stay put? And they say, oh, Jamaica is not a country that is afraid to listen and engage, even if they disagree or agree. It's not about saying whether or not they disagree or agree, but they want to at least give a listening ear. And that's why, over the years, piece by piece, the country gets sell out little by little. As them push them ears over here, so, and this sound good, and then push them ears over there, so, and that sound good. And then look, the one little island have 10 different men. Russia, America, China, IMF, World Bank, UN, the oligarchs of Jamaica, the ruling class, when them to the point where in a barrel, one of them daughter can say, well, hurricane come, let me jump on a plane and fly out until this get fucked and then fly, come in back. You know? The royalties. The head of state, them even cuss out Britain, say, oh, King Charles at the head of state and the only thing them can offer the people them are 2.5 million pounds. I said that is an insult. But guess what? They just need the colony to function at minimum capacity to the point where they can take them time and institute them nefarious agenda yo. And I would say big nose and speak them language. When I listen to how them talk, you can see the ideology behind it, you can see the doctrine behind it, and you can see say yo, him literally lead with people towards the character yo. Don't care how them want to cut it yo, because guess what? At the end of the day, the whole world is going to the prophecy say yo, he calls it all. But because him knows say how the people them are scope him out of the whole video them and them thing then the social media and bite them in the ass. Them just know say look here, when them explain it to the man up at top, the man up at top say, well guess what? We have to take it by a different means. If you want to take off the heat off of you, we can do it, but no say yo, we have to make a big friggin' statement. Right?
Yeah, so I'm finishing. So Isaiah 1 verse 23 again. It says, thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and followeth after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither doth the cause of the widow come unto them.
And guess what? On top of that, you see a lot of people have to show that the elites are this is something that is within the sustainable development goals. Right? You have everybody I say, oh, pick up Starlink. Because they say, oh, Starlink are the only way the people them down in the disaster can get access to the internet. But look on it. Right after that happened, well, Flo and Diricel had been a try, and them say them customers say, oh, them a try to get them things. But right after that, you see the digital and Flo presence now start show up more in the media because guess what? That's why them competition and get a foothold based off of this. Starlink.
Yeah man, they might get fucked.
No,
Right?
Starlink, nah, get yo.
No, it's Flo and Digital again. Man.
And on top of that, we know that Starlink have certain restrictive measures because for the average man who go up on the internet and watch movies off of any site and everything, on Starlink, if you watch something off of the internet and them realize it infringe on copyright law, then tell us how them can help sue you and them can disconnect your service. They show us what surveillance is tied into Starlink, which also means it can determine because of data. That means they can manage the data. We'll get processed through its servers.
I think it's after this Digicel and Starlink. I think that is, yeah man, they said they're more willing to work together. You know what I mean, to help push coverage.
I know where it can lead to consolidation because everything will get monopolized. Right?
Don't be surprised if you see our Digicel sell out or Digicel get rebranded. Don't be surprised.
Or you see some form of partnership or some new umbrella for London, and then when you start in Moscow, you start come out now and smile and skin off your teeth. Right? I would say we're going to start out with the land grab and them things because all of them organizations we see a pop up based upon them crisis area and the enemy are getting foothold. Excuse my French, for giving people a royal fuck. Because them desperate, them need the help, but it's going to come at a cost. Right? You said?
Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel.
All these pastors can go back to your politicians, can go back to your entertainers because you have several entertainers. You can link with your favorite quote-unquote influencers. All these people we flock to, we feel like say, I lead you down the right path, but them secret they are funnel with people, as the Judas goat. And guess what? Judas goat them I get them and say, you have to wet up their mouth, you have to grease the palm. Right? What?
Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock, and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
Yeah, because guess what? All of them things, them not, if the politicians, them even would have come out and say, look here, while we're willing to go to aid, and we want to get in the situation resolved to the best of our ability, we have to be mindful of these corporations that say them are coming in for help because they are hidden agendas. Even if you say that to the people, them might say they're in a business. I know how we have to track that. What happened to Michael Manley? Michael Manley say, we have to ban with belly, And the period come in where them belly they start grumbling, They start cussing even though him did one them beforehand. They end up cussing. Even though him not try to tell him, say, look here, we can't just do it that way there. Because if we do it that way, we are going to put the shit in this. It might look like we're benefiting in the here and now, but down the road, it not going to make no sense. Them not going to want to hear that. And guess what? Being Esau, being the hunter, is him knows that if him come out and tell the people, him tell them, so look, if you come out and tell the people them that, they would just have to take with ear right away. We just have, guess what? We control the wider narrative. We can't say, Jamaica ungrateful. We can't say this, we can't, but guess what? Lack of integrity, lack of morality, lack of justice, and all of the corruption we're promoting in the culture and in the country. When you have atrocities like this, you can't stand solid with people who have a backbone. And that's why Yahweh Hashem send him prophets to put out him word so that those who he has chosen can have the right mindset and just rely upon him regardless of what play out there. Because if you really if you listen to these pastors and listen to these influencers and these people at the top, you all get what they don't get, yo, and they don't never like it. What?
So back in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 1, he cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. It says, and behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth towards the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the Almighty Yahweh of Israel was gone up from the cherub whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
The word mark is go back to the Hebrew tawak. Which means what? A sign or a mark of exemption. Right? Exemption from judgment. Those are the people that are pressed within their spirit regarding all of the madness that take place in our society. And guess what? We hear quite a few people that say, oh, even though we feel for people, in all honesty, somebody that deserve it. You see me? And it's from a standpoint of even the simple fact of in the early stages, oh yo, this will take too long to come. And the one, hey, come like them, I try to teach you the days of the week. Then first time I say it come Tuesday, then it come Wednesday, then it come Thursday.
Saturday night it come.
And I hear see the meme them and the skin teeth and the oh we are plan party feet. Even the same clown we talk one back in his off my mother, even him say oh in a 2 week community we're gonna have a party for this time. And them a skin them teeth and say them can't wait for it come. See there now it come, nobody now skin teeth again. Now everything's serious. No, it's serious from the jump. And while the various channels them did have them way or them try to portray it, and to a certain level, it was heavily marketed and kind of out of the way one way, and you can see the agenda behind it. If it did really hit how it's supposed to hit, that's a fuckery would have gone. We can say that, we can be honest about that. Right? We can be honest about that. But nonetheless, even the storm coming and hitting like how it hit, but people still make fun of it, yo. But all of a sudden it's serious. Like say you never hear about hurricane before. Like you don't know what a hurricane is.
No, but the last couple of hurricanes got through it and I feel like, you know.
Yeah, I skip these
From Gilbert, not them. They may get back nothing to deal with them like how Gilbert deal with them, but this come deal with them more
Hey,
rapid.
you have some elderly where they put the camera them on and they must look here. And like one old man may say, yo, Gilbert a baby compared to this. And guess what? From me as a youth I grew up.
But it's about Gilbert.
Gilbert are the biggest storm in Jamaica history. Everybody will talk, when a man tells you, look, if you don't go through Gilbert, you don't go through no. I saw them tell you.
And somebody that, when you don't know something, and first thing you say, you don't know Star, you don't know Gilbert.
Yeah, you don't know Gilbert. Yeah, it all become a proverb. But guess what? I see people, I see elderly people say, oh, this Gilbert look like baby, Gilbert a boy. Compared to what this come and do. And guess what? At least when Gilbert, even though the destruction of the devil, road it's still about. You see me? Yeah, I see one video that shows say I did actual back road. if you come from Jamaica, or kind of like the red light district of Jamaica, road not dead there. If somebody, and then just put the camera there, if them not tell us, say, yo, a red light district, this, you would have never know. If them not tell us, say, yo, I hit this, and start, show us, say, yo, this is what this used today, this is what that used today. And if you're familiar with the area, then you can look and take time and piece it out and start it. And hit this with you. Sometimes when the people them I show the video, then they must look here. So and so, it's an X and Y Z community. And this is where the church there, this is where the shop there. And they must have to describe the place, because guess what? When you are familiar with the area you used to, landscape change. Literally.
Yeah, the structure,
yeah, be a destruction. You see some point I wonder which part this and which part that.
No solid infrastructure.
Yeah. And I just that then I understand, so the most side, it was serious, it was always serious. The meme them never needed. The skin teeth thing was never necessary none at all.
Bring on some and they give me a precept. So this is 2nd Ezra 8.
Yes, sir.
This is 2nd Ezra 8 verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Exactly. And that's the reason to say, oh, look here. This is not even a drape up, you know. This is a loud voice. This is not a drape up, this is not a conch. This is a loud voice with a finger pointing, say, yo, more than it can get worse. And it is going to get worse. But the thing about it is, it just make you understand, so it's a load up this. The under company show like this, say, yo, and the little color up or the one conch in a fight. This is not even a conch in a fight. In Jamaica, we say kind of, somebody say what we are saying for brothers overseas, it's a kind of a cultural thing. But believe me, after the lightest affliction, it's hot. You get a little bit and you get a conch in your fight. You just go one side, go sit down and rub it and go ease yourself. Compared to when the belt actually come out, and you really get the ass whooping. And guess what? There's level to it. You have the belt, you have the switch, you have the hose, you have the, if you do the belt, you have the buckle. You know? Yeah, man.
So Isaiah chapter 13 verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Yeah, man.
So this is the ultimate we have come towards Babylon, but you can see that this is a precursor. You see me? We are basically a child of Babylon.
And guess what? It can, and you know how me see it get worse? I also see videos when them are trying to advertise the links them in which aid and them things that will come through. But guess what? You know the Instagram sound or the real sound or whatever, the TikTok sound. I want Guzu song. I want chopping song. So yeah, see the images of the devastation with a chopping song. I go with the visuals. You not learn.
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
So wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Because guess what? Every time we bring out the scriptures, right? They want the opposite. And they want to tell you how they go about serving the Most High. They want to tell you how the Most High supposed to stay or how they want the Most High to stay. Now we say, oh, you have a lot of these quote unquote Christians or them prayer warrior when them decide to them to talk to the Most High. It's not a begging thing. It's a commanding thing. You have someone that we go as far as and say, yo, God, you know what me do as your servant. Therefore, may I command this of you. Like the most I owe you something.
No, but Jesus don't talk about
Let them go for and say them Jehovah, Jireh, and them Jesus and them this.
Sweet Jesus, them attack.
Yeah, and which is fine because them that feed them God.
Feed them got that. Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, feed them God that.
Gentle Jesus, meet and mild.
But when I talk about Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, you know works, sir? Scripture tells us how even the angels them will bid them every call and heed to them every command, all them fear.
Hey, the Most High have angels are worship him right 1 o'clock. There's not a moment where those angels not give him praise. You know what I mean? Right around the clock. The Most High have angels who are worship him and give him praise. Daily, nightly. Exactly. So the fear of the Most High is of key importance as the people of the Most High especially. Everybody's supposed to fear. But we are the first fruit, we are the first people, we are the chosen nation. When choose to say, you know, I go to them liar, you know what I mean, if you keep on separate and keep on clean. And you know what make them law there would have be kept? Fear. You know, the reverence and the fear that the punishment we can come after breaking one of these laws.
Yeah,
that should have lead you to keep. You know?
In your father's house.
In your father's house.
My father goes up and says, look here, I saw me run my house, you know. I know my picnic, you know, so if you do when you're in my house, as a matter of fact, I already in my house. You see me? Once in my people, I promise you, when you operate a certain way, belt of a drop. Right? So, the most I put him out of ground and talk. But I would say how people think say, oh, the most is like man. You know, it's a genie. But them have unlimited wishes.
Yeah, well, I'm sure majority of those people down there in the West End was praying to G.
Exactly.
You know, probably all. You know?
So when this stress and anguish come upon them, they're going to seek him.
Yeah. So me sure say them did a pray. But who are you praying to? You were giving the glory of the Almighty to our deity. You were giving the glory and you feared who? You feared the hurricane. Because you say you acknowledge it by name, which they give it, and you fear the destruction where that Melissa might cause.
Hey, some of them say, oh, before the song come and say, oh, do Melissa, not do this. Do Melissa, not do that.
Do not come here, sir. Do not, you know. So you deify the storm. So you give the fear where the most is supposed to get. You give it to a creature. And that's why the scripture go back and say, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator. The storm is a creature. It's a part of the Most High creation. You know, where him have him angels, them just stir up wind and just make every wind and breeze and flooding, every rain, cause havoc. But you give what belongs to the Most High to the creature.
The name Allah Shadia, the name. Him have the title Allah Shadia by coincidence.
Yep.
It was by experience. Yeah. The demon like power. Dreadful power.
Yep. And if not if when Daniel 12 mentioned at the time of trouble, we never such the like, we never ever happened since there was a nation, that this time of trouble going to be worse than any other trouble or any other time you can think of. And if there is a time coming we are go worse than every other time. What time is that? What? You can't fathom it.
That's why I say, bro, it's not even a conk or a drape up.
Right, because guess what? The time of trouble with the most I gonna bring upon the earth, it's not gonna be just a Jamaica trouble. Nobody now gonna stay from over America and say, we stand with Jamaica.
Them have their own shit to figure out.
You have to go figure out because it's a time of trial for everybody. Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be a time of trouble for everybody. Where everybody have to go fend for themselves. Everybody, it's gonna be on the survival mode. You know? Survival mode by any means necessary. Them kind of living there. Or kind of conditions where people are going to be subjected to. To the point where people are going to consider to eat. Not even consider. People are going to eat them babies, man. People are going to eat people. There's a big level of cannibalism that is coming back up on the earth.
I tell you something.
Yeah?
So them people are before about the reception. Enough of them people are in some place when nobody can get to them no time soon here. And we are going to hear some stories about what them do down that to survive. I mean, I got doubts that cannibalism are going to include in that. That probably all go on right now and nobody not even talk.
Probably not yet, probably not yet.
Oh, I say I have some place where I can reach it, bro. We're hard, and I say nobody don't want to reach, you know. Them can't reach.
Can't reach.
This is Ecclesiasticus 40, verse 8. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Death, bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation and scourges. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sake came the flood.
Right, you can go ahead. You can speak on it. Hey, read it again, please.
Will I?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, okay.
Please.
This is Ecclesiasticus 40, verse 8. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
Sevenfold more, so it's worse for sinners. So man and beast. Hey, when you're traveling when you go to Mobi and traveling back or going, you have many dead dogs that died in the flood, and them just dead on the roadside. You see? Animals, you know, died. And them just, and nobody not care. Right. And nobody not really care if you go bury no animal now, because them only care right now about what can happen for them. You know?
Some people say right now, some people now get the funeral, brother. Them then soon start dig hole, brother, and just put body.
Yep.
Because them are saying, because same thing when they do the pestilence and thing. Enough of them decide so they now can't take the fly them. So them soon start just dig hole and throw body in, bro.
Yep.
And it might sound a way, as you say, so them soon start big, but if you look on it, it could have been a better thing. Yep. Because gradually if the bodies them stay there, it will cause various pestilence.
Yes. Outbreaks.
You see me, so?
Hey, pause. When you have them kind of outbreaks, then you're going to have what? Quarantine.
Done.
People are going to live from these affected parishes.
I want to go like what they are. Yo, I see somebody where
yeah.
You don't know them, you know?
Yep. So people, you're going to have quarantine, you're going to have places being locked off. People are going to run from, Mobi, come to Kingston, from Chilani, come to Kingston, St. Elizabeth, come to Kingston, or wheresoever.
And them are coming at them here, in the quote-unquote stable areas, them come loot to go back as well.
Come loot, and them, you know what I mean? So you're going to have quarantine. Yeah, and if these things can lead to that. But we know that are coming up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, Doc.
Yes, sir. Death and bloodshed.
Death and bloodshed, go ahead.
Strife and sword.
Strife and sword. Meaning you're going to have people actually see them looting.
Yeah, but my brother say, I'm in Portland. A man come with 2 drugs and I want to know, say, yo, that now work.
What that now? Ration.
Strife that.
Strife, ration.
Yeah.
For food, strife.
Yeah.
You know?
What you must say, oh, you can't tell me nothing, I spend my money, but guess what? Man, a business if you spend the money,
Yep.
brother. Man, I make you know, say, yo, you can't have so much people, and you feel like you're going to get two.
Yep.
Sometimes
Yep.
your amount of money we have now go value
Now go value
that time,
nothing.
yo.
Yeah.
And that's why you see all them people with the up reputation where people used to beckon to them because them have money.
Do things for them, yeah.
You see, them feel like they can try and push. I know why worst time for them all try and push that little reputation thing there. Because I tell you, say, yo, they put the amount of years as where them going to get, you know, brother. They have sense, you know.
Yeah, man. We're going. Them as somebody know.
Yeah.
Then
they're trying
them
to
and
know,
nobody
brother.
know. You know. Go ahead, Doc.
So it's death and bloodshed,
Yes.
strife and sword,
Yeah.
calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge.
Yes.
These things are created for the wicked.
These things are created for the wicked. So the Most High create these kind of destructive forces for the wicked and not for the righteous. Storms are created for the wicked. Storms are created for the people that refuse to acknowledge the Most High.
And the after effects.
Yes, and the after effects of a storm is made for the wicked. Earthquake make for the wicked. Then fire, hail, storm, whatever it is, make for the wicked. Yeah? So whosoever died in the storm, that's the Most High. Send the storm to destroy them souls that in the storm.
And those who are feeling,
Yes. And who are feel it after, it's for you too.
and who's about
You know?
to feel it.
Yep.
And when I want them feel like, say, yo, the one them, say, yo, because them quote unquote, the foreigner. Because I say, no, I want a one outbreak, you know. That's it, one out. How about the movie there? Contagion. What am I sure I say, yo? How quick one person, how far one person can go when he come on to a disease, an outbreak. He just take a car. Or a touch money on the shoulder, touch money on the hand. And that's money that's got there, so. And that's money touch, that's money there, that's money touch. By the time I look, everything flat.
Never mention a key part of this. There's so much water set up on the land right now. We have breeding up of mosquitoes. And mosquitoes is one of those agents of disease spread. You understand?
Hey, I must mention this. If you realize there's a tactics with Esau, what Esau use. When you add the chicken gun here, right? Zikvi, what Esau did, Esau same create genetically modified mosquitoes to combat the mosquito them were spread it. There is a video, right now, where shows that Esau create one storm, according to them, to combat the storms.
When I'm curious, you see another thing there.
Right? Yes. So watch this, right? Now when we see the storms and the way how it travel and the effects, it always lead me back to the movie Resident Evil. Right? In Resident Evil, I think it's in the last part of the movie, there is a clip or there's a session where them have a round table talk, the elites. Right? And they were mentioning how, like, for example, the world are going to end by certain natural disasters.
So they speed up the process.
And him say, yo, no, it's like him say, yo, the woman asked him, say, yo, so what's the solution? Him say, yo, we are going to create our own, we are going to end it on our terms. He say, yeah, we know the world are going to end in these kind of effects, but we are going to do it on our term. Right? So him say, yo, I present you the T virus. So virus, we're going to see that. We're going to see more release of viruses. We're going to see more genetically geoengineering. Yeah, we're going to see more effects from the AARP, the ARP. Yeah?
And guess what? You know, say Esau deliberately don't make the whole island get licked. You know why?
Well, the Most High.
Them, yeah.
So we know that's the thing.
And guess what going on? It need some level of stability so that those who, so you can have the battle between the haves and the have-nots.
Yep, and remember where the initiation or the initial process for the NIDS. It's in Kingston. The headquarters for NIDS, Kingston. Office of the Prime Minister.
Alright.
Then?
Just to add something, as I said, we didn't want to say it for a minute ago, but let's even know with the disaster going on, so concerning them relief and certain things that them are gonna get, them are gonna push that, yo, so them can identify who and who get certain goods, yo.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that because even with the fund, even with the fund, the Hurricane Relief Fund, which last year at 25 billion. I don't know if a USD or JMD that quoted. However, 25 billion. What him say? I mean, him say them need to keep strict accountability of where the funds are get allocated. And him say, yo, the persons who give Jamaica the fund say that they want to know exactly where the funds are going. Now, the only way you can keep a strict accounting of who will get what funds is through a digital identity. You know what I mean? And that them a push.
Yes. Just like in a hey, listen man, listen.
You know what I say? Despite the drawbacks, we are going to show you say it's a good initiative and show how it's going to make how beneficial it is despite the concerns or the conspiracies.
Hey, remember they tried to push it in the Crown field, in the Crown Royal. They tried to push it. They said the money where them distribute, if the money that they want to distribute, if the people had needs, they would have been able to better distribute the funds. The 10 grand package.
Yeah, I remember.
So now that crisis wasn't the crisis where them want to use. This now is the opportunity. Which is Hegelian dialectic. They created the crisis. Yeah? Now the people react. Sufferation is going on, the people react. Now the solution is to present you with the digital ID, with the national identification system.
And guess what? With this information, them can grab land. You know how? We get information, run it through the land agency them, and see who related to that. And if you don't have the title, government land. And guess what? So cause enough people can go to the tax office even though them papers and things get destroyed. Once they have the right information and go certain government agencies, them can get information for certain things like replace documents. However, they still have to prove, say you and guess what next thing too? Back tax. A lot of people have access to land or own land and them thing there. And the tax now pay upon them for much in years either. So you know the back end information can get run. And whatever private investor about them or them friend or them want to get certain things, so you can spend X amount of money, you have to get this. You can spend X amount and then us to the highest bidder.
And even them areas they know, so like St. Elizabeth, where the leader out there I look for, that will be one of the new cities that would refer to it as being a smart city, yo. Because them now go build a new city and incorporate these technology in it, yo.
Proverbs chapter 4 verse 14 says, enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass away. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Yeah, right now, I'm say at least I'm excited. I'm excited. Because they really want, they're really ready for the grassroots. Hey, and the brother Shapar Bina said to him, I say, yo, when you really listen to them and feel them and things, you can tell, like, it's like them train him so well. I don't think he even need no script going forward, man. They just, it's the MK Ultra, and then get the code word, and you just operate according to your programming. I feel like I saw them indoctrinate the man. The man being a hype up this thing, yo. We don't want to be left behind. And anybody in Jamaica don't want to move forward in progress, they're gonna be left behind.
Psalms 10 and 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places do he murder the innocent.
Hey, when I person them, when come watch even some people, you know, some people try to use it to be like new influencers now and humanitarian, this and that. But some of them make good points. Because when I press them say, look here, when you come and say, oh, Jamaica get hit, Jamaicans need to leave the island. But yet, you not stay. What the fuck you not stay for? If it can be that bad, well, where I say, oh, if it was possible for we to leave, we should have leave the island. Why you are stay?
The Star Hunters.
Land them a survey, man.
Yeah, and also there's a documentary where them a build. You see me? Them a build a documentary, and these are, you know, real life situations that them are actually put in the documentary. You know what I mean?
Spin the narrative.
To spin the narrative. There's a Netflix documentary where them a work on.
Yeah, they say some of them are based on land, right? So pretty much what them call it is disaster capitalism or disaster gentrification. See me?
Same thing them to Puerto Rico.
You know? Going back to precept Psalms 10 and 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He layeth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
Hey, the scripture says that Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, is a skillful, you have to read back here, is a skillful and cunning hunter. Them man they bait pretty. Them man they bait look natural. Them man they bait smell natural. Everything about the bait well disguised. But guess what? The Lord just open our eyes. You can say, yo, that shit is a trap.
Done.
And guess what? We have the records. We know him pattern. We know him get blessed with. Right? So go on again with the precept. Huh?
So it says from the top.
About middle part.
Verse 9. Okay. Psalms 10 and 9. He light in wait secretly.
Alright. You know what you move there with Esau up in the mountain. You see them camouflage. And you have a leaf over him, and whether they might use it, depending on different type of hunting, but if the one them with the sniper rifle and the scope on it, them lie down all in one spot. They all want 3 days. Because them see say, yo, the elk can run around the place and they just want him get. Them know say, yo, you can't go too early. Because he might get spooked by the least thing where the environment is natural. So he must be dead in the environment long enough. But them all come right in front of him. And feel natural CSA. Light in weight. Very patient. What?
Right? He light in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He light in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
And that's one of the next things I want to use. Net. I forget things in that net. I have bait. And as the brother Kabash always said, a bait does not look like a bait. That's why it catch people. Because if I can see says a bait, then that is truly not a bait.
See it up here? Amos 3 and 5. Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all?
Yeah. You have to have something and you have to pique the interest. See me? These men are harbingers of death. I would say, oh, hey, we bless, yo, we have to say out what they are about shine. Because when people underestimate them enemy, them don't know them enemy, bro. The man understand, say, when they have things like the Tavistock Institute, right? They have things like them institution that will study human behavior. The man them weaponize everything. The man them weaponize stories. The man them weaponize movies. The man them weaponize
humanitarian aid.
The man them weaponize food. The man them weaponize what? Yo, the man turned everything in our sword.
Done. Right now, them a say, yo, Israel are coming with humanitarian aid. And a lot of people are say, yo, fuck. You see me? Look at the wicked coming because them know the history of them people. You see me? Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
And you know, people are reading here a precept and say, you know, when we're with affliction,
Right now,
and I see them are come help me.
you don't realize the hand with them are offer.
If so beat America, everybody friend. Anytime, anything I'm America, I first and friend in every country, and my own wickedest country out there.
I see him say, I tell you what wickedest thing is America then. Libya. And then go to Libya, hold on for the people them resources and say, yo, the country in a disarray, so you have to hold them resources until them get like what the word I look for? Standardized until them government in a certain standing so them can give it back to them. So they can do what? I doubt. All know them get it. It's been a while since I check up because over the years more and more talks come up when people point out and say, oh, what go on for Libya things there.
Right.
And for the last me check them never get it back. But you can just, you know.
Verse
you
10.
check later. What?
Say verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Make 80 tell you. And the earthquakes in 80, Red Cross allegedly drop in there and say, oh, yeah, help. And look, quickly they start missing. So Pablo this morning,
No Pablo no more.
Pablo just gone. See me? And nobody can give a call. And that's why in a what are they name? SARS. Yeah, they have a big disease when they come across SARS. SARS. And they run going to Africa, go down to people in the village.
What do you mean now, Ebola?
No, Ebola. And man, they start limb them up and make them know say, yo, come down here so like that. So it's like them give with one hand and take with the next. But what them take is far greater than what them say them and give. No? What?
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of it. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got. That is what Agenda 2020 is all about. Taking control of the whole entire world, yo. Right? And guess what? 2030, Agenda 2030. Order. At the end of the day, that's all it'll lead up to. And this man will get this done by any means necessary, yo. Right? And we can see it. As I would say, yo, knowing our enemy, this thing, this storm, was not normal. Right? Let's just put it on that. This storm is not normal. And we got great legs to do it. People in the Middle East can tell you. When I want one birthday celebration, one Predator Joan, like that. Yeah? Coconut water.
You can add as well, even if, you know what I mean, you want to regard the storm as being normal and not so-called natural disaster, Easter still at play, you know what I mean? Because before we even talk about climate change, that word being used as a tool to push forward certain agenda and certain restrictions, you know, like what happens right now in the UK, they have a carbon allowance. Each person now are going to be given a carbon allowance tied to that digital ID. You know what I mean? Wherein which, based because they have to claim say, yo, a climate change has caused the disaster. And what caused climate change? too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. We need to get to net zero. In order for you to get to net zero, we have to bring forth more restrictions. We have to bring restrictions on the things you eat, the type of vehicle you drive, how you're living in your home. You know what I mean? And now it's being considered that each individual in the UK will be given a carbon allowance. But even that, in that sense, we've heard our leader use the same verbiage as the enemy. Winston Churchill, never let a good crisis go to waste. Recently, even lightly before the hurricane, we heard him speak about we have to now get ready for the emergence of the fourth industrial revolution. Now, point I want to get to real quick is that Jamaica did need this storm. The Prime Minister and the leaders, the powers that back the Prime Minister, did need this storm because now Jamaica was lagging behind. When you look at Barbados as of March 2023, a Barbadian had to have a digital identity. So up to this very point, in order for you to work in Barbados, in order for you to receive government aid, health care, anything in Barbados, you have to have a digital ID. Now Barbados and Motley, they play it off good because they advertise it good, and almost every citizen, the mass majority of the citizens have already accepted the Trident card, which is Barbados' digital identity. That was since 2023. So Jamaica, they are lagged behind. So now we have this issue or this disaster. The Prime Minister is not going to let that crisis go to waste.
I don't want that they are lagged behind because the people them not, as them say, them complicit in making the people them poor, you see me, and how them deal with them and talk, kind of dumb them capitalize off of the people them being docile and ignorant. Right, them capitalize off of that, but guess what? Over the last coming years, I will say them hate this, them hate the internet, yo. So when them things are get put on them, realize say, yo, Jake don't trust them, but Jake will listen to them because them are spending money. They have some Jake who will listen over here so 20 years, say, yo, Ray. So them realize say, yo, they can't very, yeah. They realize they can't just get one over upon Jake just like that. So just that. Right, go on.
Alright. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, yo. I will say the Lord bless us with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to know what enemies are, yo. I know what they are capable of. See? Who they are, what they are, who they are capable of. I say, even if you never know the Irishman, the Italian man with Robert De Niro, and they have one of the top Italian actors in that as well. But to show you how even the political system rigged with organized crime and putting certain people in charge over certain funds and grant and part that was the money where the union after the union and all them things. And all the people on top are getting rich off it. All the presidents are going to make sure say, oh, them tailor the laws them in a way where it benefit the gangsters and the outside interests outside of politics. Right? Right? And that always all wrong. As I would say, even out here in Jamaica, you have the rich families of Jamaica, the upper echelons. You know? Even them have them honor as well. And them have a benefit. What?
Alright, just touch point now. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment.
So, as me listen, make it like a still listening to the elder shepherd and speaking of the important camp. And as I mentioned the climate change, yeah, because what they blame climate change punch. Carbon emissions. You're right. So everybody emit carbon. Right? And they make it look like the carbon is not needed. But carbon is an essential part of essential part of living, an essential part of life. Now, as the elder said, them are going to blame your lifestyle and how you live, which is the people, for the climate change, for global warming, for heat waves. Them are going to blame how you live, Zane, because them are going to tell you say your data cause the storms, how you live. And that cause, because how them sell the storm, because if you realize them sell it, the storm was promoted.
Yes.
Yeah? So how did they promote the storm? One of the most devastating storm we are going to hit. So them promote it as what? The most devastating. Them promote it that because whenever a category 5 ever hit Jamaica.
Never.
Right? So that them say is the most devastating storm when it hit Jamaica at a wind speed of 185. Yeah? Now, who them are going to blame that pan? People emitting carbon. Zane, so that's how we know you mentioned the digital ID, the carbon tax, digital ID, they might tie all of that to your digital ID. You know? So everything, that's why it jam back to the video or the movie Resident Evil when them say, yeah, we are going to end the world on our terms. So all of these things were put into place, right, for actually fulfill them agenda of what you call now initiating our initiating a universal ID. You know what I mean? So them can give account, as I mentioned, accountability and tracking.
We will own nothing,
Yeah?
and be happy.
They might tell you say yo, of the safety of your safety as well.
That the word. They might tell you say they might tell you say it is for your benefit, it is for your safety, it is for your security. These are key words where them use to get into the mind of people. Zane, and guess what? Even they were using the words before, but the words have never did that take effect. But you know what gonna make it take effect? A crisis behind those words. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make people move to the solution.
Let's show
Yeah.
something. You say the word safety, right? Safety, one word we can associate with safety is a lock. A lock can do two things. It can keep people out, or
People in.
Right.
can keep people in.
And that go back.
So,
Right.
So safety, yes. Safety come with locks.
Which go back to
Right.
the virtual fencing.
Yes.
Right? Because there's such thing, we can look it up, there's such thing that's called virtual fencing. Yeah? In the movie Robocop, right? When them put them turn him or put machinery, hook him up on the machines, and him realize and him try to escape.
Hello! Hi, Christian, bro. Now,
When him try to escape,
huh?
what they did?
Green door.
Them turn off him chip, them press a button,
And just lock down.
and he just lock down, him shut down, right?
No, but now.
How them go set it where you can't go cross certain border, automatically it go shut off.
But even
You know?
in China, you can't put, if you're there in a certain province, I decide to go. Because X, you know why you want to go X? When you type in, say you want to go X, the man tell you, say, oh, no, you're not allowed to go X. So you now can't do transaction at all. Therefore, you now can't get panicked.
Hey, you see the amount of carbon allowance you have, that are going to determine what and to what extent you can carry out an action.
Right.
Like if you go to a distance, that depend for your carbon allowance. Naturally, those with a higher social economic status are going to have larger carbon allowances. They might be able to do more, to emit more carbon, but you know, the more blacklisted you are, right, the less you can do. The less food you are going to be able to buy.
And guess what? The big C, them show that. Them show that. What them ultimately are going to do is exclude them from society. Because it used to be a thing where people ask, yo, you get the job? You get the job?
Spirits.
You get the job? That was a major question, you know. Depends on how you answer the question. You may or may not, because you don't want to say yes to the wrong person, you don't want to say no to the wrong person. And when I try to be a wolf in sheep clothing, you have to just kind of pick up who with it from who with it, or play them advocate. Look here, I'm not talking about them who I want. You know, them think they're private, we don't discuss them things there. And just leave it at that. Because at any moment, you can see the heat coming, yo. Which can really matter to the prophets, but they're saying. Right?
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth. I'm just start at 11. It's like that. Revelation 13, verse 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, right, which is America, you know what I mean? And also the beast also, you know what I mean, which essentially right now the beast system that we live under is a system that's governed by the so-called Caucasian white man, Esau Edom, you know, right?
Which is NATO and the EU.
Right, which
you can show the UN in that.
Right, so NATO, the EU, the UN, the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, these are all organizations through which the so-called Caucasian white man push forward influence or authority over the earth, yo.
They say come as a lamb.
NATO as well.
They say come as a lamb and speak as a dragon. So them always come humble, them always come like them are the savior. Come quote unquote gentle. But when they really meant it, them have them draconian measures to come with. Right, it's a trap.
Right. That's the bipartisan part of the system where you have two heads of government, Republican, Democrats, JLP, PNP, and both of them are telling people, say, oh, they're there for their goods. They're good, sorry. You know?
They're good for sure.
It says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast, which is the Western Roman Empire, before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed.
Yeah, because it come back in the form of America.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, which is the rebirth.
Which is essentially the rebirth of the power of the Edomites.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because the Edomites were in power in the Western Roman Empire. The Western Roman Empire fell to the Byzantine Empire, Byzantine Empire, the eastern side of the Roman Empire essentially, which was run by Jake. You had Ottomans, you had the medieval, then the Renaissance, the rebirth, where the deadly wound of the beast was healed. Esau got back strength. The enemy, the so-called Caucasian white man, got back strength, influence, and power over the earth, which was given unto him by the Heavenly Father Yahweh.
Yep.
Right? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
The scripture says if we continue a certain time.
Right.
That's why we are still. Go ahead.
He that let it will let until he be taken out of the way. But it's like
yeah, man, that's the same thing.
Same thing.
It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men.
Again, our kind of fear tactics that, you know what I mean, to make people follow him. But when he dropped even the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the scripture say what? The world, fat boy and little boy, the scripture say the world wandered after the beast. You know what I mean? With the fear.
But no one that happened to them.
And no, them have direct energy weapons. No, them have nuclear weapons. You know what I mean? It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
When I talk about deep fake yet, we say a video is scary. I want to say, a lot of people say, them can look on a video and know whether or not it's AI or not. We say that people with us, them just generate some video and just put it and say, people really care about AI or are interested in AI, them spend the time. And when they're done render and produce, them up render and produce, you know I'm going to get the care where you want to look on. You can trick yourself, say you can't tell the difference.
Right, and even AI, them use Hegelian dialectic in AI too. Because What them do, them purposely make AI run riot. They just give it into the hands of anybody, make it run riot. Now them have create AI for actually identify AI. You understand? So that's what them do. So it's hard out chaos same way.
Yep.
Create, in the chaos, give it to make it run wild.
The reason why it's quote unquote free, I said that it can get the input and the machine learning thing. Machine learning is a big thing in our tech space right now. And that is a major part of it. Data gathering and trial and errors and different
And then now them centralize everything after that.
And just to add, one of the reasons why AI, so anybody can use it to create havoc and push any form of false information, because gradually people not trust them sip on the internet. You see me? The information where I get put out not supposed to be trusted, so you have to have all type of information and flood out there.
Yep, because it's a double-edged sword. Where you will see certain things, just like how them have fact check. You have certain things with certain elites used to say or say. Back then when you fact check it now, them say them never say it. So when them create things to wipe clean things what was already done.
One more thing before close off. You have a thing where them say our name, the Mandela effect. Same thing we are saying. Even like some movies and some things where we growing up did see and them things, then I tell people say, yo, them never happened. Or it never yet recorded or it in our mind, but everybody remember it. Exactly how it is, and still people have got dig up some old cassette and some old thing and say, oh, see them, you know me I talk about it. Yep. So even you have that one little mind game to what Esau play right now. But that's the final precept I'm going to close out.
And finish this, man. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Which that image is essentially the system that Esau governs by, because when Esau got by the power during the time after the time of the Renaissance, Esau modeled him way of ruling. He modeled the current system that we live under globally. He modeled it after assets or pieces of the Western Roman Empire, as it concerns law and order, also down to the point of infrastructure, as well as things that spiritually that they used to do. But now, the way the system that we're currently ruled under right now, to them, they don't have enough control. Right? Paper money, for example, they can't tell where you're spending your money, how you're spending your money. So now they're giving life onto the image of the beast. They're digitizing it, right? They're creating
digital footprint.
A digital footprint. They're creating a digital global system in which now they will have more control. They can tell where you spend your money. They can tell you what you spend your money on. They can tell you what not to spend your money on.
We still go back to accountability. We give account.
And them being like gods.
Right.
Yeah, them being like gods.
Right. It says, and as cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
So now you have you will have the what you call it, the left right paradigm, where you have the illusion of choice. But indirectly them have a situation where them cause go back to preparation. You have a system or an environment where them prepare to actually direct you. To direct you to where them want you to go. And you feel like you by choice to do it. Yeah? So that's what them do. They cause he's going to cause, but he's coming to a time where they cause it, where him indirectly force you, it's going to lead to direct. That's why it has come to the kill. Because people refuse the system if you refuse the system, you'll get cut off. Yeah? People gonna get ostracized from society who refuse the system. Them are gonna actually force you to take the chip, and if you refuse, them will put a gun to your head and bust head. You know?
Because what go up on the chip? A digital identity. Your digital identity will be on that chip.
Slap them cut off, and it show that you submit to the powers that be as your God. Because them are going to determine everything as they are going on, you know? Them are being ubiquitous, but it's like an all-knowing AI system that's designed and run by ESA.
Right. Because the digital identity will be on the chip. Now, in regards to the cause, you know, your brother speak about, in Barbados again, me da listen it where can't remember the position that lady held, but she said, remember, as of March 2023, your old identification card will no longer be accepted. You know what I mean? So eventually that's where it's gonna reach with the chip. Eventually, leaders of the countries will tell the people, say, oh, as of X point, your physical card, which essentially also will be a digital identity, will no longer be accepted. You need to have this device, yo. It will reach there, yo. And then people will then have to decide on whether or not they're going to take that chip in order to continue the life they were already living, or just be cut off and start to live a whole different life. Because it's a cut-off point right at that point, yo. Right? It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Yep. And all of them going on slavery and servitude, you know, taking that micro CIP, which is the charagma, mark of the you know what. Right? Just read about the precept and they tell you what the mark is, or what the mark of what. And we don't want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, or Shemel, or Shai, or Shemel Karkodash. The honors to the apostles and elders of great stone rule well. Shalom to the brothers and highways and byways pushing this way now, sincerity and truth. Sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
X.